So we are back again. This climb is for engine 33, Bowery U, out of Manhattan. Keithroy Maynard, going 110 floors in his 343 commitment and still counting memorial climb. So we'll be taking up 3 on this tour. I'm on the 72 right now, so 1 each day. And today's is Keithroy Maynard, FDNY engine 33. This climb is dedicated to his mother Pearl, his brothers Vernon Maynard, and Houston firefighter Kevin Maynard, and his son Keithroy Jr. We will never forget, always remember. So, just about to kick off this first vertical of 7 and get it going all the way to the top, to the 110th floor for Keithroy Maynard. Alright, so before working at the FDNY, Keithroy Maynard was a baggage handler at LaGuardia Airport. He was the first person working at Continental Airlines to join the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, with that being the first person ever at that union. Later on, during his career, he requested to move to Newark Liberty Airport with Continental and continued working on expanding the enrollment into the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers. After that, Keithroy joined the FDNY, following his father's footsteps, a captain with 32 years with the FDNY. So Keithroy Maynard was a second generation FDNY firefighter. His original station was engine 220 in Brooklyn, before getting moved to Bowery U in Manhattan, which is engine 33, along with ladder 9. This is 110 floors with honor and respect given for the sacrifices that were made on 9/11/2001. And those that have come since with the recovery effort. Those who worked the pile, the end still counting. We will never forget. All will be accounted for. In the initial 343, and as many of the ends still counting as I can climb for, until I can't climb anymore. So, Keithroy Maynard, again, like I was saying, joined the FDNY after having a career with Continental Airlines as a baggage handler. On 9/11/2001, he was on duty, engine 33, Bowery U, and the North Tower Rescue was his last position at the time. They were up in the north trying to do as many rescues as they could get their hands on. So, to honor our brother and the sacrifice made, we climb. To his mother Pearl, to his son Keithroy Jr., and to his brothers Vernon Maynard and Houston firefighter Kevin Maynard. He will never be forgotten. He will always be remembered. And right now he's being carried to the top in 110 floors of honor and respect given for the sacrifice that was made so that others could live. Keithroy Maynard, according to what was said, was a role model firefighter for the African American community. When he joined the FDNY shortly after, while working at Engine 220 in Brooklyn, Keithroy joined the Vulcan Society, which is a FDNY society for African American firefighters, and he became the Sergeant at Arms within the Vulcan Society. It said that he went out recruiting in the predominantly African American neighborhoods to try to bring the numbers up within the FDNY. Again, he was a Sergeant at Arms within the Vulcan Society, and he was known to have helped prospect trainees with physical agility type of training and the requirements to pass the test. So it is for this reason, as the wolf stated before, that we climb. For his family left behind, for the FDNY, Engine 220 in Brooklyn, Engine 33 Bowery U along with Ladder 9, there in Manhattan. He will always be remembered, never forgotten. Like I said, Keithroy Maynard initially got his start in Continental Airlines as a baggage handler at LaGuardia in New York City. After joining the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, he transferred over to Newark Liberty Airport, where he continued working on trying to get more airline workers unionized. It said back in college he was the president of the Caribbean Club, and also said that he was from Montserrat and moved with his family to New York when he was 15 years old. His father was a 32-year vet of the FDNY, a captain, who Keithroy Maynard followed his footsteps, becoming a second-generation FDNY firefighter in the family. His assignment was Engine 33 there at Bowery U in Manhattan, along with Ladder 9. When Engine 33 got responded to the World Trade Center, went into the North Tower in the greatest rescue effort in U.S. history, where upwards of 25,000 were saved because of the heroism and bravery shown by the FDNY. This 110 floors is given in honor and respect for the sacrifice that was made on and after 9/11 2001, during both the rescue and recovery efforts. This is the 343 commitment, and still counting. 110 floors for firefighter Keithroy Maynard into 33. This is going to the top for another brother. Another floor, another climb. Welcome from State New Mexico, Sunland Park Fire Department, Station 2. We're in the gym, on the stair climber again. This time for firefighter Keithroy Maynard. Taking him up. So his mother Pearl, son Keithroy Jr., and brothers Kevin and will know that he's not forgotten. Taking him vertical. Getting a little bit of condensation in the mask already, but we'll get there. One thing I did read also, as I spoke before, Kevin Maynard, his brother, left 13 years of working with Continental Airlines and took up his brother's cross at the Houston Fire Department. He said he was gonna take over from where his brother left off. So Kevin Maynard graduated the Houston Fire Academy, and on his graduation, brothers from both Engine 220 out of Brooklyn and also the Vulcan Society, where he was a sergeant at arms, attended his graduation ceremony. During graduation, they went out to Houston and were there to witness a brother's legacy continue on. We will never forget the sacrifice that was made so that others could live. And it's a testament to the brotherhood and sisterhood of the fire service that would occur, that FDNY would be present at Houston Fire Department for the graduation ceremony of his brother, Kevin Maynard. And right now, we're climbing 110 floors, all the way to the top, for Keithroy Maynard, our brother who was FDNY Engine 33. And Manhattan's Bowery U, taking a vertical until we reach the top. And after this vertical, we're at the halfway mark for our brother. It was said that Keithroy Jr. was very young at the time, but was being groomed to become a firefighter, to follow that legacy of his father and his grandfather. We will never forget the sacrifice that was made so that others would live. And it is definitely a lot more humid. So here is our brother right here, Keithroy Maynard. Taking him up symbolically to the 110th floor, climbing right with me for his service to the citizens of New York and for his family, his mother Pearl, son Keithroy Jr., and brothers Vernon and Kevin Maynard. A promise is made, a commitment's kept. Taking them all the way up. They were part of the greatest rescue effort in United States history, where upwards of 25,000 were saved. Pushing him to the very top. Our brother, who was a firefighter, the sergeant-at-arms at the Vulcan Society, a father, a son, and a brother. We will never forget. We will always remember. And now, we're at the 5th of 7 verticals in this 110th floor memorial stair climb for firefighter Keithroy Maynard from Manhattan's Bowery U, engine 33, ladder 9. We have officially reached the over halfway mark, 65 floors, 17 minutes and 34 seconds. The 343 commitment, and still counting, continues. Every shift, another brother will be taken vertical each day. This shift is a 72, so that's 3 brothers. This turnaround. Going vertical right now for firefighter Keithroy Maynard. Gonna reach that top. Going vertical. Last little bit of the 5th vertical coming down. Pushing him all the way to the top. All right, let's see. All right. We are at 72 floors now on this vertical. And like I said, I'm just climbing. Till we reach the top. I'm going to continue just climbing all the way up. It's nice and warm in here. We had a bunch of rain yesterday, so it's really humid today. Mask is pretty foggy up right now, but I can still see, so we're good. Going out for Keithroy Maynard, engine 33, Bowery U, housed there in Manhattan with ladder 9. From previously in Brooklyn at engine 220 was where he got his start after he left Continental Airlines as a baggage handler when he joined the FDNY, becoming a second generation FDNY firefighter after his father, a captain with 32 years on the job. "110 floors is happening. We're going vertical right now on this 343 commitment and still counting. 110th floor memorial stair climb for firefighter Keithroy Maynard. A role model for the African American community, the Sergeant at Arms of the Vulcan Society, and a role model to prospective firefighters there. A father to Keithroy Jr., a son to Pearl, and the captain, and 2 brothers. Where his brother Kevin left his job at Continental Airlines after 13 years to pick up his footsteps for Keithroy, and he joined the Houston Fire Department in his brother's honor. Third generation firefighter in the family now. Kevin Maynard on the FDNY, engine 220, went to Kevin's graduation ceremony in honor of the fallen brother Keithroy Maynard. And they saw brother Kevin graduate from the academy. Not only did they see him, they went up on stage to greet him. If that is not a show of brotherhood and sisterhood going all the way to Houston, I don't know what is. It's honor and respect for the sacrifice that was made so others could live. And we're on the last break before the last vertical on the 110 floors for firefighter Keithroy Maynard. Engine 33, right here. FDNY, Bowery U, out of Manhattan. Working in North Tower as part of the greatest rescue effort in U.S. history, both during the rescue and the recovery effort. With the end still counting, those who work the pile will be given their own 110 floor memorial stair climbs upon completion of the initial 343. Never forgotten, always remembered. This is why we climb. Now this is the last of 7 verticals for this 110 floors for firefighter Keithroy Maynard. For his mother Pearl, his father with 32 years on the job, his son Keithroy Jr., and his two brothers, with Kevin Maynard following on in his footsteps by joining the Houston Fire Department and taking the torch where it was laid. We will never forget the sacrifice that was made so that others could live. And we're another step closer to another floor closer. Pushing him up for this 110. Going vertical. Almost there. For the president of the Caribbean Club in college, to the first baggage handler at a Continental that became a member of the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers for the entire airline area there. So the work he did from the FDMY on engine 220, engine 33, and his work in the Vulcan Society, we will never forget. And now, just a few floors left. And this 110 Memorial Stair Climb for firefighter Keithroy Maynard will be at the top. Definitely fog mask. A few more floors. Carrying him up these last floors so that others would live. The sacrifice was made. Without hesitation, our brothers went to work. The heroism and bravery that was shown will never be forgotten. Will always be remembered. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. Memorial climb. Taking engine 33 Bowery U out of Manhattan. Going vertical. All the way to the top. And 3 more floors. It's gotten there. For firefighter Keithroy Maynard, we're almost there, brother. 110. Almost complete. As I said before, this climb rotation will be 3 climbs carried, 1 today, tomorrow, and 1 on Monday. So stay tuned, because another story will be told. Another legacy brought to the forefront. This is the 343 commitment and still counting, 110 floors for firefighter Keithroy Maynard. And it is now complete. Brother, rest easy. We'll take it from here.